Hi everyone, welcome to Honey Drops Tarot. This is a general reading for the sign of Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus. Aquarius, thank you so much for being here. Thank you for all of your likes, shares, and subscribes. I truly appreciate it. Just a quick note, please do not fall for any scammers. I will never reach out to solicit for a private reading. I do offer private readings, and if you're interested in signing up for one of those or in making a donation, you can find that information in my Buy Me a Coffee link and my official Instagram, both listed in the About section of my YouTube page. And I thank you so much in advance. Aquarius, I hope that you're doing well. I am going to be using 2 decks for your reading today. The first one for the overall energy is going to come from the Wisdom of the Hidden Realms Oracle deck. And the tarot portion of the reading will be from the Princess Bride Tarot. Your spirit guides have entered the chat. They are muting, tunneling my left ear, and they keep telling me that I need to burn. I keep looking at the candles, and I have Palo Santo sitting right next to it, and they want me to clear the energy, so I'm going to do that for Aquarius. Clear my energy, clear the cards. Okay. The cards have been pre-shuffled. Okay, let me shuffle them again because that felt very sloppy. This is for Aquarius. Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus. Angels, spirits, guides, what messages do you have for Aquarius? Yeah. It's very funny because it's like, it's not that your spirit guides were kind of lecturing me, because that's not what was happening, but it was almost like you forgot to do this and you're not doing this correctly and things are not situated. And the card that you got makes sense to me because it's so precise. Number 10, referencing the Wheel of Fortune card of the Major Arcana, divine luck, divine timing. The Arrow Master, hitting the mark, intention, detachment. The Arrow Master, so it's something that you are really precise. You're really aiming for the best, the bullseye. You have a limited window in which to do this. So it's some kind of measure twice, cut once scenario for you right now, Aquarius. Like, can't really afford to make mistakes. And you're feeling kind of the pressure of that bearing down on you a little bit. But you are the Arrow Master, so you've probably done this a million times before. But somehow this time it feels a little different. This scene, you can see here, sorry for the glare, but this scene kind of takes place at night. There's a lot of shadow energy. So you could be a little bit in the dark about something. You don't have as much information as you would like. Things are not as clear to you as you would prefer. You do have a little bit of help here. I do think that that's like spirit guides, fae energy, helping you, assisting you, shining light when they are able. It's strange because there's like weird, this area right here is a little strange to me. It almost looks like a magician's hat, but it's kind of like ghostly. It's like kind of phasing in and out. It's not, I don't think that was the intention, but it's like this ghostly appearance of a magician's hat. Yeah, there's a definite face in the darkness there. Can you see that? Again, I don't know if that's purposeful, if that's just a trick of the eye. I don't think so. I can't not see it. what's interesting is that, I mean, it looks like it could be like gargoyle energy, but you don't seem scared by it. This character doesn't seem scared by it, so it makes me want to think that, I have to turn on this light, I want to look at it a little bit closer. I think it's just it's supposed to be a trick of the light, because it's, the top here is kind of like if you took that away, it's just like tree limbs. But then you put this here and it looks like a whole face. The nose right there, and then like, it looks demon-like. But there's no fear. There's absolutely no fear on this person's face. So it's almost like whatever shadow energy has been maybe plaguing you for a while, you've now kept it at bay because you're highly focused on your target. I'm going to pull 3 cards for the base spread, 3 cards for clarifier, past, present, future, and at the end I'll pull a card of advice from Spirit. Big energies. This is for Aquarius. I am not taking any reversals, only uprights in this reading. Lots of number synchronicities. That's right off the bat, I'm going to tell you. We start in the past energy. Another 10. That's now 2 10s you have in your reading. The first with the Arrow Master, the second with this one, the 10 of Goblets, or the 10 of Cups. So I hope that you all have seen The Princess Bride. It is a classic. It is a movie that is so near and dear to my soul. I will love it forever and ever. Amen. It's just amazing, and I highly recommend if you haven't seen it. It's about true love, and there's sword fights and haunted swamps and bad guys and giants and witches and wizards. It's like just the whole thing. It's just so great. The 10 of Goblets talks about blissfulness, happiness, joy, and in this particular depiction of this, one of the scenes from the film, talks about beating the odds and reunion. Like truly beating the odds. It's like 1 trillion to 1 that this was gonna work, this plan was gonna work, and yet it did. The cards were stacked against these lovers, and still they succeeded. It's quite magical in the past energy here. This talks about the idea of joy and beauty and love and friendship, loyalty, blissfulness, compassion and empathy, and all the ooey gooey, soft and chewy. Okay? It's clarified by the Queen of Wands. But behind all of this beautiful reunion, there was divine feminine energy somewhere in the midst that said, I'm going to do what needs to be done to make sure that I'm taking care of my loved ones. It's like this, honestly. This resoluteness. Look at how directly she's looking at him. She's got her hand out. It's like she wants to pick up that wand. It's like this, and just picking up the mantle, as it were. You were very clear in your past energy, Aquarius, about what it is that you needed to do to achieve your happiness, your idea of happiness, whatever that is. Can I have a clarifier, please, for the past energy? What is it that Aquarius had to do? 2 cards. Number 14, Temperance, and the 8 of Wands. Let's look at the 8 of Wands first. 8 of Wands, it's like Spirit just said, with the quickness. 8 of Wands is all about fast action and fast communication. In the space of this card, it's almost like make haste. Spirit just said make haste. They're trying to I mean, honestly, this group of people in the space of the film is in pursuit of the lovers, right? So you could have been under some kind of time constraint, deadline, and some kind of judgment, some kind of boundary or like limitation that someone was trying to impose upon you, and it was coming in fast. And what did you do? How did you respond to that intense pressure? You responded by sitting down and exhibiting calm and patience. You assessed the situation, you assessed the land, and you used everything to your advantage. It's like the Arrow Master, truly, like being under the pressure of this card, and then just saying, you know what, my expertise, my prowess is going to guide me. With the Temperance card here. So you could have felt the pressure, but you didn't succumb to it. You did things in your own time. And I dare say that it rewarded you. Where are we in the present moment, though? Another 10. That's 3 10s in your reading. 10s also represent a kind of closure. Right, we're coming, it's the suits of the tarot run from ace to 10, and then you have the court cards. When you reach the 10, you go back to the ace, to the new beginning. But first we got to get through the whole story of the suit. And the 10 of Swords, it's like backs to the wall, having experienced heartache, disappointment, in some cases betrayal. I see this more obviously as criticism. The Spirit just said criticism, even if it's from, you know, people that, like, even our most trusted friends. Okay, because Spirit's kind of giving me this this example. Even our most beloved and trusted friends, you know, they want the best for us, but sometimes even they can't help but put a judgmental eye on a scenario in your life that they may disagree with, and they're allowed, they might have earned that right to be honest with you and to disagree with something. In fact, our friends should speak their truth, because our friends should speak their truth to us, right? So there could have been something that you were engaged in, that you were working on, that has now resulted in some less than popular reviews. And people are saying, you know, maybe they're criticizing you, or they're saying they're giving their 2 cents. That's what I heard. Everybody's putting in their feedback and their 2 cents on what's the best way to go about it. It's kind of like family members that like the reunion. Well, Aquarius, I think you should do this. No, they should do this. No, I really think they should do this. And it's just like everybody's infighting and you're just like standing by the punch bowl waiting for this reunion to be over. All eyes on you. And it feels irritating, constricting. It's temporary. I feel very much that it's temporary, and you're going to have your epiphany soon. We're going to go back to the Ace. Things are going to make sense. The lesson that you needed to learn is going to present itself. Clarifying the Ten of Swords is the Two of Swords. Two of Swords can talk about confusion. You have all of these voices putting in their 2 cents, and yeah, it's bound to be a little confusing. We could feel like we're at ground zero, or like starting over, or confused about which direction to turn to. What should I be thinking about this? Somewhere along the way, we've lost track of our own intuition and our own guidance system. And Spirit wants you to remember who you are. You always had that guidance system. It's within you. Maybe that's where the detachment comes in. Time for you to detach from energies like this. Okay? It's like backs against the wall. What is this about, Spirit, in the present energy for Aquarius? Why the harshness? It feels very harsh. It's incredible that this card popped out for you at just this moment. You're about to have a massive up-leveling. Number 17 of the major arcana, the star, representing Aquarius energy. Aquarius, you showed up in your own reading. Massively important in terms of a tarot reading that you showed up in your own reading, like your major arcana card showed up. And your major arcana card talks about healing, and it talks about wish fulfillment, and it talks about fame and fortune and public recognition, right? Stardom. What you can see in your mind, you can have in your hand. Right? What are we wishing for? You can have it. If you can dream it, you can have it. If someone else in the world has it, you can have it. You showed up here. It's almost like all of this criticism, all of this confusion, all of this questioning of the self, it was a lesson so that you could come back to yourself and remember what it is that you actually strive for, what you actually have envisioned for your life. Not what other people think and say, but what you wanted, maybe when you were a child. What did you dream about being? What did you dream about having and doing and experiencing in your life? It's coming back to that. In the future potential here, number 9 of the major arcana, Justice card. In this scene, this character, Indigo Montoya, he prays to his father, the spirit of his father, and he holds the sword up in the air and he says, "Spirit, guide my sword. I need to find answers. I need help. Guide my arrow, guide my sword." He's looking for a very specific physical place in this scene. And with the Two of Wands here, it's a kind of a strange image for the creator of this deck to use, given what this represents in the movie. But I'm just going to tell you, because it's too kind of convoluted to explain, but I'm just going to tell you it represents evidence. The evidence that the miracle is close. The evidence, like it's almost like this is going to be your, Two of Wands is a card of fork in the road. You're going to see a synchronicity or a sign or a piece of evidence that is going to confirm to you kind of where you should be. And that purely, it's like, what's the new target? And it's coming in with karmic balance and karmic justice. It's meant for you. After all of this kind of spiritual teaching, spiritual lessons. And get a card, final card of advice from Spirit for Aquarius. Oh my goodness gracious. Take this as your first synchronicity. You know, it's hard to describe, and I'm going to try and describe it, but I've been reading tarot now for like 6 years, and there are these moments where things become so aligned, and your spirit guides have just done that for me. They've just shown me this alignment that could only have been orchestrated by Spirit. Your card of advice is the Ace of Swords. After the 10 comes the Ace, the Epiphany, the clarity, the truth, the facts, the communication. See how you, as this character, have the upper hand. You're standing on the higher ground. You're in the power position. You have all the information that you need to succeed. And when it is presented to you, receive it gracefully and graciously. It's really beautiful. Your epiphany is coming. Everything is gonna click, click, click into place for you. And you're gonna feel like things are right on target. The timing, the people, the circumstances, you're gonna wonder how you got so lucky, but it wasn't luck. That's your reading, Aquarius. I hope that it resonated. If it did, please like, share, subscribe, comment down below. Please hit the bell notification to be updated as to when I post new readings. Thank you, Aquarius.